Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, my name is David Popovich, aka The Bookworm, and welcome to Bookworm's Goosebumps 2000 Retrospective. During Halloween, please remember to be safe, have a flashlight, go in a group, check your candy, so on and so forth. You never know what dangers lurk on All Hallows Eve, and if you are not careful, you'll end up with a headless Halloween. Brandon Plush loves to scare people. Nothing else brings him greater joy than to make you scream in abject terror, all for the sake of a joke. He doesn't care if you're his cousin or little sister. All's fair in boos and screams. He's basically a troll, and now Brandon's favorite time of year has come. Halloween. I have big plans for Halloween. I plan to go headless this year. And that he pretends to be headless to scare up a lot of kids and even steal their candy. Yeah, Brandon is kind of the worst. Of course, a lot of people don't like Brandon's jokes, and it has gotten him in trouble several times with both his parents and teachers. Have you ever heard of the golden rule? He asked, his caterpillar eyebrows going wild. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I never heard of that one, I muttered. After getting punished by his teacher, Brandon plans to get some revenge on him during Halloween, but as he's about to leave, he finds his cousin and sister waiting for him. What is he doing here? I repeated. You're taking him trick-or-treating, Mom replied. I let out a groan. And you're taking Maya and her 3 friends too, Mom announced. Excuse me? I cried. What? You're being a good big brother, Mom replied. Of course, throughout the night, Brandon is able to ditch everyone so he could do his big scares. But when his pranks take a turn for the worse, he suddenly finds himself in a strange little town. The houses on the next block were even smaller and very close together. Dim circles of yellow light from the street lamps made my shadow stretch across the sidewalk. I couldn't see any other lights. Still no people, no cars, no dogs barking, no babies crying. Nothing moved. Then he comes across a mysterious boy named Norb, who will lead Brandon into a nightmare of his own making with no possible end in sight, unless he can amend for his ways. I like the cover. Seeing the decapitated ugly green head in the pumpkin patch helps set the atmosphere to get set for a Halloween story. I also like how you could tell there's a kid hiding his head in his shirt. All set against a nice full moon, and you got yourself a good cover. Talk about getting ahead. 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 And my God, I can almost say this is one of the darkest Goosebumps stories I've read. The first half of the book is nothing to write home about. It's your standard Goosebumps fare with a character you just hate. Not even love to hate. Like I said, Brandon is the worst, and you will have very little sympathy for him. But when Brandon finds himself in the mysterious town and learns more about it, it leads to what could be considered a Halloween version of A Christmas Carol, where the prankster is given a taste of his own medicine, then must make amends to the people he has wronged on Halloween in the hopes of saving himself. There are a lot of seriously dark and demented thoughts going on in this book, with some great horror scenes. And it all pisses it away in the ending, giving us the standard twist, then having the character turn a 180 to learn nothing. Even though when you think about it, this story has one of the saddest endings you could think of. It's up there with Cuckoo Clock of Doom, where the more you think about it, the more horrified you become with what Stein has presented for us and how you know he wasn't thinking about that too much just so he could stick to his classic formula of boo. It's one of the better Goosebumps books overall, but that ending just deflates everything it had going for it. So close. What about you, Internet? What's your opinion about Headless Halloween? Till next time, have a scary day.